Okay, I apologize about the technical difficulties. The crash happened 30 seconds later than expected, but... Okay, I apologize. Alright, we'll put the new link in. Ah, yes. We're only starting the games an hour after the stream starts. I apologize. Again, we're not going to have to go through this again, because this is the only time all year I'm going to have to create coaches. Okay, I was a little bit worried the save file wasn't going to open up. So, we're off to a good start. Alright, stage 2. Will this actually work? I have a feeling it will not, because Madden doesn't like me. Okay, how the hell am I going to do this? How am I going to create a character for the Dallas coach? Should I simulate a week? I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. In the meantime, I'll transfer ownership back to us. That's not us. There we go. Now I have the almost. I think we all have the almost stone stuck in our head now. Okay, I'm going to try to sim a week and see if it chooses to work. If not, I guess we're not going to use her for that. Which is annoying, but whatever. I have an idea. What if I do this? And then change role again. User the Bears is, but the Bears game didn't win. The Bears game got second. I think Octi's least favorite number is 22 now. Kind of is, considering Madden's being annoying, especially this year. I've never had all these crashing issues in the past. This is the first year that this has been a problem. The Raiders aren't in the league. I can't name them Zachy and Colbert if they don't exist. No, we are watching games. We're doing one per week instead of two. I think there might have been some confusion there. We're watching one game for week 1, we're watching one for week 2, and then we're going through the box scores of the other ones. Why isn't it working? I'm so confused. There has got to be a way to do this. I was able to make all 32 teams owners. Why can't I make them all coaches? So is just no one going to use the bats for the time being? I mean, it's fine. We can, because they're a CP. Yeah, the Black Knights are they're the week 2 game. I literally don't think there's another way to do this, but they are a CPU team, so it's not the end of the world. All right, enough of the waiting. I apologize that we're starting the games way later than expected, but now it's actually time to watch OFL football. Finally, this is like 3 months anticipated, but we're finally doing it. So that means we need our good friend. Hello, Siri. Give me a number between 1 and 2. Siri is selected 2, so we will use her for home team. That would be the Beats. The octagonal gaming upload will not be at 12. I can confidently tell you that. I complain about the 49ers not being watched, but then we'll watch them in the OFL Bowl. Yeah, there you go. And we'll watch them throughout the playoffs. Voted for the team that beat you. So, just so it's clear for future polls, the reason why I ask people to vote for 2 games is because obviously if their game is on the poll, they're going to vote for themselves. So this makes people vote for another game as well. That's why I do it. Because obviously if your team's on, you're going to vote for yours. Can we not change the... What? Oh, that means they only have purple pants. Okay. So do we want them to wear black jerseys or white jerseys? Because that's like the only thing we can change. Unfortunately, Madden does not have alternates. So, do we want the black jerseys or do we want the white jerseys? I would vote for black jerseys. These are actually kind of fire. Bacher says black. Bacher, it is his team, so he gets a choice. Only one X factor, tight end George Kittle, but we do have quite a few superstars on both rosters. Wow, the Lions, actually both of these teams have a lot of good linemen. All of these superstar players are offensive or defensive linemen except for Matt Milano. Where is Kyle Duggar? Kyle Duggar's probably not a superstar. He probably only a star. When will the Washington football team... You guys have not lost yet. You're 0-0. You also haven't won yet. Alright. I'm pretty sure the audio in-game should be able to sound good because we tested it in the OFL Bowl and I haven't changed it. Oh, Kyle Duggar in the OFL, I think I want to say he's on the Beats. I want to say he's on the Brooklyn Beats. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like he is. Yep, he is. Okay, I'm right. He was on the Jets, but he got traded to the Beats. Make me mod. No, I don't feel like it. Time to watch Brady Boatwell, the 63 overall, number 3 overall draft pick at quarterback. Can I please have Digger? I don't think his name is Digger. It's Duggar. There we go. All right. After long... Oh, yeah, I forgot it's 9-minute quarters now. That's right. We are now officially in the first actual regular season of OFL 22. And the Detroit Lions will start the ball. Again, if the audio sounds kind of bad, make sure to let me know. But I think it should sound good. So here is Deshaun Watson coming in as an 87 overall, leading the charge here for Detroit. If you want Digger, you can have Digger, but you can't have Duggar. Duggar is off limits. Games are finally here! Alright, let me check the audio real quick. Yeah, that sounds fine. Okay. First down for the Lions. It's a handoff for the running back, who is Austin Eckler. I didn't realize I had Eckler. I don't know all these rosters super well, so you're going to have to bear with me. The Lions were a playoff team, so if they lose, we clown them. Yes, that's perfectly fair, because the Lions should win this game. The Beats have the lowest rated starting quarterback and the lowest rated starting running back in the league. So, because of that, with my logic, they shouldn't be great. But I do think Brady Boatwell's skills translate better to watched than sim. Good sack for Matt Ioannidis. Actually, didn't Colbert do better in the sim, though, than watched? Because zacking Colbert is like the closest thing we've had to Brady Boatwell. And Colbert did better in the sim. He was actually kind of good in sim. On 2-2-22, Washington wouldn't it just be regular 2-2, not 2-22? I hope, I know this isn't going to happen, but what if Madden actually updated Washington's jerseys in the game? That would be kind of cool. I don't think they would, but that would be nice. So we can actually have the Washington Commanders in the game. That's what I think it's going to be. The Commanders is like a name. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, if you want to change your coach's name to have it say Commanders, that's fine. But if the game changes it, great. If not, I wouldn't expect that to happen. The audio's... Yeah, I just wanted to check one thing on it, so it's not echoing. Do we have our first one-a-punt of the year? We have our first one-a-punt! And our first actual punt, and it's down at the 1. What-a-punt! So now we get to see Brady Boatwell, the 3rd overall pick out of, I want to say, the University of Rhode Island. Hope you all realize high awareness leads to more quarterback runs, and Boatwell's awareness is 34. Oh, God. I am scared to see what he's going to do. Handoff. We're going to see a lot of handoffs early, as we already have a flag. Deshaun Watson hit up the massage parlor before the game. Holding is if they can move back any farther. Oh, they declined it. Okay. I would have accepted it because you're backing them up at the half-yard line, even if it is first down. Back to Thee Riley. Is it Thee Riley or is it Phi Riley? I'm going to say Thee Riley until I'm corrected. Why would they decline it? Because Madden's stupid. Madden doesn't know if you're supposed to accept or decline penalties. Last year in the Jaguar series, there were a couple instances where it's an obvious situation where you should accept the penalty, and they declined it. It was really weird. Good stop by Mosley. That'll force a punt. So because the Beats started at the 1-yard line, their offense wasn't able to do anything as expected. We did not get to see what Brady Boatwell could do, unfortunately. Holy cow. Who is your punter? He's got himself a boot. God damn, he got a leg. Oh, Dawson Knox's sleeves roll down while he's washing his hands. Why would you wish that on somebody? Why would you wish that on poor Dawson Knox? He ain't do nothing wrong. That's messed up. Is that Eckler again? No, that's 19. I don't think Eckler's wearing 19. He made me lose the Super Bowl in my Celtics franchise. I don't care. You don't wish that on somebody. You don't wish for somebody's sleeves to roll down while washing their hands. That's just like another level of wrong. Back to Eckler. He has holes. Okay, good run. Pass for 45. The Lions are now in business. So for those who are new here, if games become blowouts, we do simulate. If it becomes a 3-score game at halftime or in the second half, or if it just looks like there's no way the team that's losing can come back, that's when we start simming, and we sim for the rest of the game unless they start to pull off a comeback. So, for those who are new, that's how we do it. Hopefully we don't have too many, but blowouts happen. It's called football. Watson on the run with a dot! He had probably about 15 seconds to throw there. Basically pulled a John Cummings. Okay, he deserves everything he's coming to in that case. Bro dropped a wide open play action pass with 10 seconds left on the 10-yard line. Ouch. Watson is 6 for 6. He looks pretty good so far. Is it better if I hope water comes out of his ketchup and then the water gets all over his fries? Okay, maybe that's a little too far. That's just mean at that point. Third and 4. Watson takes a shot for the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Okay. Who was that? 18. I don't know who you are, but geez, was that maybe Deontay Johnson? Because that kind of looks like him, and I know he wears 18. Brady Boatwell signaling incomplete. I don't know. Regardless if he's in or not, that is an unbelievable catch. Yeah, that is Deontay Johnson. I think he's in, but I don't know. That is really close. Booth review. That's probably a good idea. Like how I suggested starting at 8, y'all say no, and we start at 8 anyway. Well, welcome to my world. But I don't know. It's not a question if he caught it. It's a question if he's in bounds. Why are we getting George Kittle in our way? That's a hell of a first touchdown is right if it stands, which I honestly have no idea. This really could go either way. I think it's going to stay. It does stay. Touchdown, Detroit. So the Lions are on the board with a touchdown. Matter of fact, I hope while he's eating a Nature Valley bar, some of the crumbs get on the bed. That one's not as bad, but that is still pretty bad. So the Lions drive down the field and score with good field position. That's why having a good punter is important, kids. Imagine not having a good punter. Imagine. Both of these teams appear to have good punters. So they're both guaranteed to have double-digit wins. The Beats quarterback is Brady Boatwell. He is a 63 overall rookie with a very good development trait, which may or may not start with the letter X. Yeah, it looked like he landed in bounds, but it was kind of hard to tell. And my microphone is kind of far away from my TV, so I didn't get that close of a look. Matter of fact, while I'm borrowing his console controller, I'll eat a peculiar amount of Cheetos. Okay, that's too far. That's wrong. Anytime my hands are slightly sticky, the controller's like buns for a little while. That's really mean. He has X-Star. What's that? Odell Beckham III with 2 early catches. One of the many users on this Brooklyn Beats team. They also got Fee Riley, Scooted Stokes, obviously Boatwell. Wide receiver Freddie Fracker was also a user, but he has since become a coach, so he is no longer a user. But Noob went for the strategy of getting a boatload of picks, kind of tanking, but not really, and then getting a lot of users. As we are through the first quarter, Lions lead 7-0. What numbers for? I have no idea. I don't know any of these numbers. So we're all going to learn together. Wait, didn't the Beats choose the traditional field? Then why is their logo on midfield? Because the Caps last year didn't have their logo. Is this traditional or is this futuristic? I thought this was traditional. Combination of X Factor and Star. In that case, he should have X normal. Boatwell showing off his legs. He has 99 speed, remember? Maybe EA updated it. Maybe it's just an issue with like the Caps exclusively. I don't know. Freddie Fracker had 400 yards in the OCAA. The fact that he even got drafted is a bunch of buffoonery. Well, doesn't Maximum Football like not pass it a lot? It's like if Army, it's like all the military schools in Georgia Tech, their playbooks were combined and given to every team. Yeah, maybe some teams it just doesn't work. Oh, is this Brady again with his legs down the field? That's why they drafted him so high, because he can move. 99 speed, bringing it to the 1. Although Brady Boatwell has his well-documented weaknesses, he also has his well-documented strengths. He can run. No idea what... I don't think anybody has an idea of what to expect. I have no idea what to expect. Although if we made the playoffs with Ian Book, then I would like to think we can with Malik Willis, but... First and goal, I'm pretty sure that's Fee Riley. Not in, but he's close. Using college football coach on mobile. Okay, then in that case, 400 yards must be pretty bad. Second and goal, it's a touchdown. Is that... It's not Riley. Is that Dearness Johnson? It is Dearness Johnson with the first score of the day for the Beats. And Brooklyn is on the board. We might have ourselves a game, fellas. Scooter going 8 with the 400 concussions he had and 30 tackles should make him a undrafted free agent. Well, we'll see. Scoot hasn't done anything crazy today. But the Beats are using him in a variety of roles. He was drafted as a safety, but Noob has put him as the slot corner and the sub linebacker. So he's going to get a lot of snaps at linebacker and at slot corner. Imagine if you drafted Lamar with Mahomes' arm and Joe Flacco's accuracy and started him day 1. That's an insult to Joe Flacco. The Joe Flacco slander will not be tolerated. Could have said someone like Carson Wentz and it would have been a lot more accurate. Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl ring. Carson Wentz is a Mickey Mouse ring. There's a difference. We don't slam. Am I wrong, though? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Joe Flacco is elite. Carson, I don't think so. Watson under pressure. He's going to throw it away. Finally, an incompletion. Carson Wentz was the MVP. And then he got gradually worse and worse. And I guess he played better this year, but that doesn't really say anything. No Wentz slander, but never said no Carson Ince slander. There you go. Cobra knows ball. Watson tries to evade the pressure. He should have just ran with it. That's an easy first down. Just like Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship last year. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to choke the NFC Championship again. Oh, wait, he's not there. The Beats had the momentum thing towards their side now. Not with great field position, but they're not backed up inside the 1 yard line, so they can actually try to do something. Their first actual drive was a pretty good one. Brady Boatwell showed off his legs a little bit. He hasn't had any laughable throws yet. 6 carries, 9 yards. Nice. Wentz will do good with Reich. I mean, that's what we were saying going into this year. I mean, he wasn't bad this year. He just had those what the hell moments. Or I guess in Carson Wentz's case, you can call them what in the Carson Wentz. Because I guess they're not that rare for him. EA Sports. It's in the game. Well, what was that animation? He just chalks up a prayer and it's caught. Oh, what was that? He just said, F it. I'm just going to launch it up. He's got a deep ball, fellas. He's got a deep ball. That's Freddie Facker who made the play. Did he do that on the run? Jesus Christ, this guy's got a cannon. My Lord, he can throw. Who cares that he's a 63 overall? This guy's a baller. Very next play, on the run again for a first down. This guy's good. I know it's early, but he looks good. He does look like a third. It's early. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But he looks like a third overall pick. And there's the issues. That throw was nowhere close. He has no problem launching deep balls, but throws like that, not so much with his 50 short accuracy. Let me get his exact numbers, just so I remember what his accuracies are. 54. Oh, he only has 54 deep? Oh, I thought it was higher. But how did he make that deep pass? And he has 54 deep accuracy, 73 mid, 76 short. I mean, 76 short isn't awful. It's not good. 3rd and 6. Brady Boatwell running it again. He's got speed, as we all know. As we make it to 2-minute warning. First and goal, tipped incomplete. Second and goal, okay. Brings it to 2. He said, Boatwell said, F it. Factor's down there somewhere. Facts. What games have been played? This is the first game, so you haven't missed too much. As they stop him on 3rd and goal. You got to take the points here. I think they're backed up too far to go for it. You can't really trust Boatwell, even if he's looked good. Yeah, I think this is the right call. There's no reason to risk it. Just take the points. Oh, it's a fake! No way! Oh, that would have been nuts. Was that the kicker who threw that? He was trying to get it to 19. Odell Beckham III. And it was incomplete. So the decision to fake ends up backfiring. He took the beat. Well, the Beats were never going to start Locke because of Boatwell. Even though Locke was their highest rated quarterback, they were always going to start Boatwell because he was the 3rd pick. Oh boy, Lions quickly get out of safety territory. Now they might actually do something with this drive. I think it was a holder. Let me go back and see. It was kind of hard to tell. No, the holder flipped it to the kicker. So it was snapped of a holder, but the kicker, rather than going towards the ball, went away from it to try to create space. I mean, I respect the creativity, but I wouldn't trust the Beats to punch it in because Fee Riley has not shown to be good in goal line situations yet, and I also don't trust Boatwell in short accuracy. So normally I would just go for it normally rather than faking it, but in this instance, I don't really mind that call, even if it didn't work. Skiba did a good job throwing. Or an A1 job. Well, I mean, he threw it right into the defensive back's hands. It should have been picked. Are they going to call a timeout and try to do something? Yes, they are. You don't know if your team is going to go 5-12 or 11-6. What have I had them doing? I think I had you guys going 9-8. 9-8 is Nick's new 9-7. Watson is sacked, so that'll do it for the first half. Yannick Ngakoue, I believe. Yup. Brings him down. So a pretty exciting first half. Only tied at 7. Not a ton of points, but this has been a fun game so far. This has been fun to watch. No shortage of action so far. Brady Boatwell in his first half of football looks like the real deal. The kid looks like he can play. Why is the play clock so damn loud? Well, let me try to change it. I don't know if I can just change the play clock individually. Do I have to go through the whole halftime thing again? Oh boy, maybe we'll see Bears. I hope Bears is back in the game for a 3rd straight year. Malik Willis and Sam. I don't know why I didn't put this game on the ball. 2 good coaches, 2 fun teams, 2 rookie quarterbacks. Yes, Bears is back! They had it in Madden 20, they had it in Madden 21, even though the Bears technically weren't in the OFL. And Bears is back in Madden 22, fellas. Okay, can we please move on? I don't care about your next-gen stats game. It's not letting me move. I do not care about the next-gen stats. I literally could care less. Okay, thank you. Oh, it gave us that glitch. Great. Right as I was trying to go back, it won't let us go back. So I guess the play clock's going to be really loud for the rest of the day. I don't know. Dub Bears versus Dub Bears. Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright, let's go to audio. Let's get this sorted out. I think it's in settings. Volume control. We're going to make the master volume smaller. Where would the play clock fit under? Probably on the field. Yeah, so we'll make this part smaller, or less. We'll do 25. Who is the better prospect, Colbert or Boatwell? Probably Boatwell, but they're both very similar. But I think Boatwell was probably a little bit higher rated. Because wasn't Colbert in like the 50s? Brooklyn starts the ball. Brady Boatwell, the bomb to start the drive, and it's caught. He does not look like he has 54 deep accuracy. He's launching darts down the field. That one caught by Mike Williams. If Boatwell can outplay his deep accuracy rating, he might actually be kind of good. Yeah, Colbert had a great deep arm, and his short accuracy was bad. Boatwell's accuracies are kind of the opposite. Uh-oh, fumble. Picked up by Fee Riley, but they lose about 10. Remember, Boatwell's going to fumble it a lot. His carrying rating is very low. Who's going to be better in OFL 21, Pickett or Coral? Well, neither of them, because neither of them were in OFL 21. If you're asking who's better in 22, probably Corral by default, because Pickett isn't even a starter. So, unless he gets traded, unless they get a new coach and trade him or Russ, he won't be playing for 4 years. So because of that, I would pick Corral by default. 2nd and 19, Boatwell throws it away. Can't throw deep, my butt. Here, let me check Boatwell's player creation thing, just so I can see how he worded his strengths and weaknesses, because this is gold. Okay, let's see. Strengths has a cannon of an arm, which 99 speed. Super speed. These are his words, not mine. Super speed, 99. Can break tackles. Anyone can technically break tackles, so I didn't make that one super high. Why are they kicking? I don't know if I would trust a 53-yarder from a rookie. I'll get back to my point in a second. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Doink! Off the crossbar. That was off the crossbar short, too. Okay, let me tell you guys his weaknesses. This is how he worded it. Not the most accurate thrower, bad at reading defenses, and can fumble easily. That's not, he didn't say, oh, he fumbles it more often than he should. Fumbles easily. So that's why I put his carrying in like the 30s. I took his wording too literally. Cody Parkey 2.0. What is going on at the time? What do you mean what's going on at the time? There's like 6:30 left in the third quarter. Eck gets a few. He was drafted to doink it. I wanted to go. I probably would have gone for it there too. Because you're not punting from the 36. I mean, who does that? And he's like a 71 rookie kicker. I would have gone for it. Although, again, I don't trust the beats in a short yardage situation because we don't trust if their quarterback has consistency and they don't look to have a good run game. So I don't trust the beats in short yardage positions. So I understand why they're hesitant, but they also don't have a meh kicker. I think our offense is going to be super fun if Corral develops. I mean, definitely. Got the three-headed monster receiver, good offensive line, and then Javonte and Swift. Swift better do something good today. I'm wearing the Swift jersey for a reason right now. He better not disappoint. A 53-yard field goal is no gimme, but it is very... if it's a good kicker, it's going in. If it's a bad kicker, probably not. Skiba's a rookie, and he's not super highly rated, so he would fall under the bad kicker category, which is why I wouldn't really trust him. Vikings are interviewing Jim Harbaugh. I don't think Jim Harbaugh would be that bad of a hire. I mean, he's been proven to do good in the NFL. I mean, if he wants to leave Michigan, if I'm an NFL team, I think he's better than a large majority of the candidates out there. I would say if the guy's getting looks, Harbaugh's probably better than most of them, to be brutally honest. Can't wait for the Ravens versus Bengals in the AFC Championship. Ravens by 50. The Lions are going to walk it in. Deshaun Watson taking it. What is he doing? It looked like he was giving an imaginary massage. Normally, he's the one getting the massage, but now it's the other way around. He made Cat good and Crabtree. I mean, Crabtree was kind of starting to develop anyway, but I do think he probably does deserve a decent amount of credit for Colin Kaepernick's development. And then once he left, that's when Cap started playing poorly. You don't know how... I think Harbaugh leaving Michigan would probably be bad for Michigan. So, for your sake, I would probably want it if I was you. Because I already lost their defensive coordinator to Baltimore, McDonald. I'm just realizing he's going from Jim Harbaugh to John Harbaugh. That's kind of funny. Has Bowell has not been mid. Bowell has been balling. He's real good. I mean, it's early again, but he has had some wow throws, and he's also got some legs that we're going to see right here. 99 speed in action. If only quarterbacks actually ran it in the sim. Because he could realistically get 1,000 rushing yards. He'd also fumble it like 20 times. But the Browns nearly traded for Jim Harbaugh. When was this? I do not remember that being a thing. Are you still legally allowed to trade coaches? I know John Gruden got traded from the Raiders to the Bucs, and then with the Bucs beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl. Is that like still allowed? Imagine if Jim and John played each other twice a year. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. You can? I mean, when's the last time it's happened? I feel like there was one, I don't know, 10 years ago. But I just have no idea who it would be. Eagles almost... Yeah, that's right. They almost did. I feel like I remember there being rumors about that last year. Because Peterson's not like some awful coach. It's not like Adam Gase where nobody's going to want him. If that's the case, if the Dolphins should have tried to test the market on Flores, they could have gotten something. Oh, another dot from Bo Will. It's a touchdown. 54 deep accuracy. My rear end. Holy cow. Odell Beckham III ties it for the Beats with 30 seconds left in the third. I don't know how he actually has 54 deep accuracy. This guy's got a beautiful arm. I still don't trust him yet in the sim. But if he's going to be playing like this in watched games, then he's going to be a problem. No, he's not white. He's like skin 3. So he's not dark, but he's not like actually white. I guess he'd be mixed. Isn't regular Odell kind of mixed? He's not that dark, so. Might be Stafford's kid. Everyone's clown. I mean, we still can't get ahead of ourselves yet. It's one game. But he has looked damn good this whole game, from start to finish. The crazy thing is, he hasn't really made any mistakes. I mean, there have been a couple bad throws, but that happens to everyone. Mr. Beckham, you are not the father! And then just Odell dancing around. Yes, we need that. EA to make Brady look like Tom Brady with Lamar legs while having Matt Corral look like Ryan Leaf. That'd be funny. Hurts better. Did this man just say Shoddy's better? No. For whatever reason, I thought the Lions were on defense for a second. I thought that was an interception. Good catch, though. Someone should have made a player called Milo Rhodes. Is that Lana Rhodes' kid? Doesn't she have the kid? Poor guy. When he's older, all of his friends are going to be like, hey, I want to bang your mom. Still better than Corvette Boy. Lies. These Lions receivers, it's not even all the receivers, it's really just Deontay Johnson. Which is odd, because Deontay Johnson has bricks for hands. Deontay Johnson's good, but his hands are not the best. I have like the weirdest thing with Deontay Johnson. So I used to think he was kind of overrated, and then he kept playing well this year, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start giving Deontay Johnson his respect because he's good. I was wrong about him, yada, yada, yada. And right when I started giving him respect, people were acting like he's some top 10 receiver, which is not true. If Deontay Johnson's your number 1 receiver, that's not a good thing. I would say he's a high-end number 2. Although he looks like a number 1 in this game because he's been catching passes at an unbelievable rate. Rasan not even going to be allowed to have slight jaw movement in a roast battle without getting flamed. Johnson went from being... I don't think he's top 15. I would say he's maybe top 25. I think he's kind of overrated. I think he's good. I think he's probably their best receiver, although not by a lot. Nick, better than Nick, better than Nick. And we know which Nick is in the bottom. Clemson receiver. Clemson knows how to develop receivers. They are a wide receiver factory. And Justin Ross would have been next had it not been for his injuries. Cut that. That's the same punter who punted it to the 1. So he's good. He's good. Can we get another yeet from Bowell? Yes, we are. Down the field. There's no way he has 54 deep accuracy. I know the pass was dropped, but that throw was right on the money. And that also went probably 80 yards. Every single Steelers receiver is a good number 2, but none of them are number 1s. Claypool's a fine number 2. Juju's a great number 2. He was phenomenal next to AB. Deontay Johnson, I think, would be perfect as a number 2. But none of those guys are 1s. Mike Williams, Renfro, T. Higgins, and yeah, Hopkins is better than all of them. Although, yeah, he didn't have the yards because he was hurt, but he's still a top 5 receiver. Hell, you can make an argument that he's still 2 or 3. Riley has started to quietly play better. He's had some good runs. If you're not an 87 plus at running back in this game, you're just not. There's no way you're gonna be good. I've never seen a running back in the 70s start and have a yards per carry above 4. So I don't know if Thee Riley's gonna be great early on, or if he'll ever develop to be a number 1 running back. But he has had some good runs today. Are we gonna have a number 1 at the 1? Wow! Both teams have punted it to the 1 today. What a punt! We have had some unbelievable punts early in this game. Terrace Marshall is not a decent wide receiver. He was a healthy scratch at the end of the year. I loved Terrace Marshall coming out of LSU. I'm still high on him, but he was not good this year, and they didn't even play him at the end. He was a healthy scratch, I think, by the end of the year. But hopefully he picks it up because I thought he was a surefire first-round talent. And I'm usually good about getting receivers right. I would say my best position with scouting over the years is wide receiver. So if Terrace Marshall doesn't develop, I would feel like that'd be a big swing and a miss. Is that Jamie Gillian? That might be with the hair. One of Marshall. I would have been jumping for joy if we picked him in the second round. Although I was happy with Levi, and the Levi pick has been about as good as Terrace Marshall, which is not good. But Terrace Marshall was a guy I was high on from the start last year, and I think I had him in like the high teens or low 20s on my board. And I had him above guys like Elijah Moore, Kadarius Toney. Oh boy, what was that? He just like turned around and said, F it, I'm going to just launch a nuke. Wait, Kayshon Boutte is going to, I think that's how you say his name. He's going to be real good. I don't know if he's going to be wide receiver 1 next year because Jackson Smith-Njigba is a monster. But Boutte is really good too. Melvin Williams was significantly better than Levi. I agree. And Levi was another guy who as of now, I'm wrong about. Although Levi was injured for a while this year. He was an opt-out in 2020. So I'm nowhere close to giving up on him. But Milton Williams probably has more long-term upside, and Milton Williams was better this year. So Jameis has shown flashes, but he's been meh. Yeah, both him and Zaven Collins were kind of disappointing. So I guess I can say I was right thinking that both of those teams, along with pretty much everybody outside of the top 15, should pick JOK. Even though I had JOK above Parsons, I'm not that mad about it because no one really expected Parsons to be some like elite pass rusher because that's not really what he was in college. So it wasn't like that ridiculous of a take, in my opinion, to have JOK above Parsons, even if it's wrong. I think the reasoning, at least for me, was fair. Where is Lynn Bowden? He was I think he like tore his ACL or something in preseason, and he didn't play all year. Mad we took Dickerson over Humphrey. Dickerson was good, though, this year. He was really underrated. But, yeah, Creed Humphrey had no business not being a first-rounder. To be fair, Zaven Collins is Vance Joseph. Vance Joseph is not a bad defensive coordinator. I think he would be a dumb hire as a head coach, which the Dolphins have been heavily linked to him, by the way. But, yeah, again, these guys are all talented, so you can't be giving up on them. Crazy how Bowden was a wide receiver, turned quarterback, turned specialist, running back. Yeah, he can do it all. Can't believe. If we had picked JOK in the second round, I don't know what I would have done. Because if you remember, probably like a month before the draft, I said it was more likely he goes at 7 to us than he falls to Cleveland's first round pick, let alone second. So, yeah, that was... I know he had like the heart thing that teams were kind of worried about, but still, he had no business not going in the top 20, let alone the top 50. All right, Brady Bowe has a minute and 2 timeouts. All they need is a field goal to win the game. You guys think he can do it? He's been good today, but let's see if he's a winner. What was that animation? What the hell was that? Oh, what a nice broken tackle. If that had been like a 3rd and 5, I think the Lions would have called a timeout and the Beats would have just ran the ball. But now they can actually do something. Can't believe JOK fell to Cleveland. How about you shut up? He was supposed to be mine. I was going to pick him. Trade for Bowden, Falcons. I mean, he wouldn't cost that much. What would you give up, like a 6? Will Shipley was pretty good as a freshman. Clemson's got a nice backfield the next couple of years, regardless of who's starting at quarterback, which, I mean, we don't need to dive further into that. 3rd and 3. Oh, we're out of time, so this is the last play of regulation. If anyone's going to launch a Hail Mary, it's going to be Boatwell. Oh, that was almost caught. That was right in his hands. That would have been a start. to OFL 22. That would have been a start. Yeah, that receiver had it right in his mitts. Damn. It's heads. Tails only fails 20% of the time. So the Lions are going to start at the ball. How long would the overtime be for 9-minute quarters? Like, I guess 6 minutes? Miracle in Motown 2. This is in Brooklyn. This is not in Detroit. Yeah, it is 6 minutes. Okay. I think it's time to say Justin Graves isn't even white. Justin Graves is like mixed. He's not even white. Think about this. Both JOK and Jamin had Superstar, and Barmore's already an 82. Yeah, that's pretty good. And those are the 3 guys who I was going to pick. Those are the 3 players Nick Pick sniped me on. They are all supposed to be on my team. If Nick picked at 4 and I picked at 5, I would have those 3 players. But I also probably wouldn't have Myles Garrett. I think I was down to Garrett and Jalen Ramsey, so I'd probably have Jalen Ramsey right now. Which doesn't sound too bad, although my corners are already stacked as is. So they played. Yeah, Troy Akpe's a corner, so technically Troy Akpe was drafted as a safety, but I think they do play him at corner. The Deion Sanders clip of him at the Combine is just such a classic. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you're missing out. That clip is a classic. Starting to regret not... I mean, Mahomes and Donald haven't even played a game yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Watson with a nuke downfield. Ooh, incomplete. JC and Howard, your corners. I mean, I have AJ Terrell, Greg Newsome, and the GOAT, Chidobe Awuzie. So, you have the better duo, but I have an elite trio. I've got 3, and I have Javon Holland and Cam Curl. My secondary is loaded. I'll say the secondary is probably the best aspect of our team. Outside of having Myles Garrett and Khalil Mack, I guess. Minor flex, I have both of them. Watson doesn't get to throw, and he's sacked by Ngakoue. It was 2.5. Oh boy, that'll force a punt. What if we have our first game end in a tie? That'd be funny. I kind of hope it does. I thought he played at corner. I might be wrong, but I thought he had some snaps there. Clemson might be mid without Venables, but Clemson still has a ton of talent. I mean, they have, I would say Brian Brzee and Myles Murphy are both projected top 10 picks next year. So, that's 2 top 10 talents on the same defensive line. Surtain, Okuda, and Kai Blue. I think Surtain, ratings-wise, would be cornerback number 4 on my team, so no. And he's the highest of your team, so no. Second and 7, Boatwell scrambling to the right. This game might actually end in a tie. Plus, I didn't even realize Xavier Thomas was back. Yes. Xavier Thomas, Brian Brzee, and Myles Murphy. That might be the best defensive line in the country. I mean, Alabama and Georgia are always going to have guys. And Texas A&M has been recruiting at an unbelievably high level. But those are 3 of arguably the 10 to 15 best defensive linemen in college football. And maybe that's underselling them. If Thomas can get healthy and Brzee and Murphy live up to what they can be. Hey, I hate ties in real life, but in Madden, they're fun. Who are my corners? My corners are A.J. Terrell, Greg Newsome, and Chidobe Awuzie, who I think all are either higher than Patrick Surtain or pretty much the same as Patrick Surtain. I think the Falcons need Bowden, him, and who is keeper? I don't know who that is. CP. Who is CP? Oh, Cordell Patterson. I don't think anyone says it's CP like that. Jackson State's defensive line is better. I don't think Travis Hunter plays defensive line, unfortunately. Although if he added 100 pounds, that damn inconsistency. That'll get him. I'm back from a gigantic you-know-what. A gigantic nut? That was probably not the most child-friendly answer, but we're just going to stick with it. Those 3 have nothing on Kai Blue. I would say they don't have as good of a name as Kai Blue, but I mean, it is Chidobe Awuzie, so yeah. I'll give you Donald's Ding Dong for Terrell. I need the whole package. Okay? I need the whole shebang for AJ Terrell. Imagine being top 10 player of the country and going to a D3 college for... Well, I don't think it's just for money. Although I think the money helped. Money definitely helped. But if Jackson State was not a historically black college, he would not have gone there. So I think he was also trying to start... how would I describe it? Start, like, I don't know, a revolution of top players going to HBCUs. And obviously the money didn't hurt. And Deion's got some pockets. But the money and sponsorships also helped. 4th and 1, what do? They're punting it. They're playing to lose. That is weak. That's kind of weak. Texas A&M has been recruiting at an unbelievable level, a.k.a. they're throwing around money. They lost like a top 10 prospect, and they still might have the best recruiting class in the country. That's impressive. I don't care how much money you're using. That is impressive. Jackson State is the new Westlake. Yeah, but Jackson State doesn't have a bunch of white corners. Westlake is white CPU. Go to an NAIA college in Montana or something. They have ran a lot of curls, you're right. Texas about to rule college football for money reasons. And the Longhorns are still going to go 5-7. Because they are not back. I don't have anything against Quinn Ewers, and he has a nice hairdo. But I would still very much enjoy to see Texas flop. To be fair, you never watched Westlake. Well, especially early on. The game just makes so many good white corners. It's weird, and they all wanted to come here. So what am I going to say? No. Westlake is black people having white names. Lamar Gallagher, the whitest tight end. There's 30 seconds left. There's literally 30 seconds. We're 30 seconds away from a tie. Boatwell's going to run with it. Boatwell has it to a 45. Still in bounds. They could kick a field goal. They're probably about 7 or 8 yards away from field goal range with 22 seconds and a timeout because Brady Boatwell has wheels. Watch him throw an interception. That's not a pick. They're going to have to call time. Do you kick the field goal now? I would. I would just kick it now. I think that's the right call. Because this way, Madden's not going to do some stupid clock management where you throw it up the field for 15 yards and the clock runs out. All right, here is Skiba. What's his name? Matt Skiba? The rookie out of Wake Forest for the win. That does not look good. It is short. He missed it. Oh, my goodness. This is actually going to end in a tie. Oh, dear. Oh my gosh. We are actually going to end in a tie. That kick wasn't even close either. They're not even going to throw a Hail Mary. Well, I guess they can run the ball and then do it. But they're like, okay, no, they are going to throw it, but it's not a Hail Mary. So you could go for a Hail Mary, or you could go for a 20-yard pass up the middle. They do have a timeout. Okay, now they're running the Hail Mary. I don't know if I would. You could go up the middle and for 20 yards. You have a timeout. There's still a second left. The Lions have one more shot. What a way to start OFL 22 is right in a tie. All right, this is it. For all the marbles, Watson, does he have the arm to get it there? He does. No way! No way! No way! No, that did not just happen. What? Are you actually kidding me? No way! Welcome to OFL 22, guys. Can I take your order? What? The very first game of year one, that happens. Last year, our talking point was about how Bakker's team won off the stupid Hail Mary. In OFL 22, it's going to be about how they lost on a Hail Mary. Oh my lord! Who was that? Deontay Johnson who caught it? Deontay Johnson, 7 for 152 and 2 touchdowns, including a Hail Mary. He's 5'10", out here mossing dudes the entire game. Brady Boatwell can play, though. I know a lot of the attention's on the Hail Mary, but Brady Boatwell can ball. Holy cow, what a game! And if you remember the last play of regulation, the Beats almost got a Hail Mary of their own. Cut my kicker right now. He went 0 for 2 on field goals and 0 for 1 on passes. Nick Skiba, that's his name. Now you know how it feels. That's karma for last year. Oh my goodness. So we're going to have a fun year this year, aren't we, guys? With plays like that. Holy smokes. Was that worth an hour wait? That was absolutely worth an hour wait. Undoubtedly. All right, it is sim time. By the way, since when we go into the scores thing, we see the weekly schedule, we're already going to see all the standings. So you guys are going to know immediately if you won or not, which is stupid, but oh well. All right, here we go. It was I don't know if it was worth 3 months a wait, but that was worth an hour. Okay, I'm not looking at any of the standings. I didn't see anything. Okay. All right, we're going to go around the league. The Pioneers beat the Bison. That's kind of an upset. Because the Bison went like 15-2 last year. So, I will cut him after we go through all the scores. Both Tannehill and Burrow played fairly well. Tannehill had a near-perfect passer rating. Jesus Christ. Joe Mixon and Kamara both played well. These two teams both could be really good. Especially if we get Burrow and Juju from OFL 21. Cut him and pick. Well, waivers aren't open. So for now, I guess the game will give you a kicker. And then when waivers open before week 3, you can sign whoever you want a kicker. We have our first blowout. The Black Knights destroy the Giants 38-10, and we're watching the Black Knights week 2, so we'll get to see if they're legit. Jalen Hurts played. This is kind of like an Eagles franchise game where we blow him out and Jalen Hurts doesn't have to do a whole lot. But when he does throw it, he throws it pretty well. Mac Jones was not the best. Okay, so that's why they did really good. Aaron Jones got the ball for a majority of their plays and just completely pounded them. That's what she said. Anyone but Nick Skiba. Anybody. 3 TFLs for Ashawn Robinson and Malik McDowell, who also had a sack. I don't know if you guys know, but Malik McDowell a couple weeks ago was arrested because he went into like... Hold on. What did he do? He did something really stupid. Like, really obscenely stupid. He walked into a Broward's Children's Learning Center without clothes on. So he's not the brightest. Interceptions for Troy Pride and J.C. Horn. The Broncos beat the Rams 23-6. Rams finished with worst record last year, but they are a lot better. Although I guess not in week 1. Darnold was whatever. Montgomery played well. IT Thomas 12 carries, 24 yards. Not a particularly great debut for the highest rated rookie in the draft class. Russ showing up in OFL? We really are in a new year. Russ playing well and Bakker being the one who gets screwed by Hail Marys? Yeah, we are not in OFL 21 anymore, guys. The Browns beat the Shamrocks 20-14, so a pretty close game. Lamar Jackson and Matt Corral were both fine. How did Hutch do? It said he had 7 tackles, 2 for a loss, and 2 sacks. So Hutch was damn good. Javonte Williams with a lot of carries. He played well. Swift was also solid. Amari Cooper had a big game. So did Jalen Waddle. No sacks allowed. And an interception for Shaq Thompson. The Bucs beat the Aviators in a close one, 20-17, despite a late fourth quarter comeback from Columbus. Why is Taysom still starting? I mean, he never set his depth chart, so it's not like it was a mistake on my part. But I don't think Taysom Hill is higher than a 70, which I think is what Carson Strong is. So I don't know why that's the case, but whatever, we'll roll with it. Wonder how Aaron Jones had that many carries in the air raid offense. I have no idea. That's a good question. I guess it was because you guys were up by so much in the second half, they just ran the ball the whole time. Because you guys were killing them the entire game. 3 TFLs for Reddick and Lowry. Sack for Eddie Jackson. The Cardinals lose to New England, 31-21. I think the Patriots could be sneaky good. And Trevor Lawrence was pretty darn solid. Carson Wentz played fine. Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks, and Garrett Wilson with all over 100 yards. Wilson also scored twice. So he played quite well in his OFL debut. So the NFC West ain't looking too good so far. The Rams lost. The Cardinals lost. Didn't Seattle lose? Wait, we already went through Seattle's, I think. Did we? No, we didn't. I'm dumb. Okay. Who is next? The Chargers. They beat the Tigers 35-23. Anyone named Garrett can ball. Baker Mayfield threw for a lot of yards. Tom Brady was fine. Dalvin Cook was pretty good. McCaffrey was sort of underwhelming for his standards. Quez Watkins and Robert Tonyan with over 100 each. Okay, Jameson Williams had a nice debut. The Bears won. Yeah, I did not mean to show that, but the Bears did win. But we have not gone over your box score yet. Once I guess we reach the Jaguars, that's when we'll go over your score. The Chiefs beat the Niners 38-24. Josh Allen balled the hell out. Jordan Love did not. Nick Chubb was pretty good, though. LaVisca Chenault, Michael Gallup with over 100 apiece. Deontay Harris, the Diablo legend, was also pretty good. I think we're up next. I'm scared. I think we're going to lose. Oh, we won! Okay. 20-13. Malik Willis did a whole lot of... He only threw the ball 18 times. Okay, so he was very average. He wasn't good. He wasn't bad. He was just there. Oh. Why did Mariota start? I don't think RSV said his depth chart either, so... yeah, neither offense was really that good. Why did Philip Dorsett get so many carries? Glad we didn't watch this game. You mean your game or this game? Because this game looks like it was a snooze fest. Although the score was oddly similar. This was 13-20, and our game was 20. It was 14-20, and it was really good. Weird how football works. The Falcons lose to the Seahawks 38-21. So the Seattle Seahawks are 1-0. Everybody else in their division is 0-1. Kyler was pretty good. Aaron Rodgers was bleh. I think I had the Falcons winning like 15 games. So they don't have much margin for error if they want to meet my goal for them, right? Did I have them going 15-2 or 16-1? I had them going 16-1. So in order for me to be right about Atlanta, they have to win out. I don't think they're going to do that. The football team destroys the Wizards 38-14. Justin Herbert was quite good. Matthew Stafford, not so much. Josh Jacobs and Jaden Jackson were both pretty solid. I just realized I don't think I ever turned injuries back on because I had them off for the preseason, so I'll have to do that before week 2. Marquez Valdes-Scantling and Dan Jefferson with nearly identical stat lines. Travis Kelce was very good. T. Higgins scores twice. Did Columbus win? Columbus lost. Yeah, so you guys are the only team who won in your division, but we also have not seen Baltimore yet. The Huskies lose to the Bats 20-14. The only technically CPU team won against Patrick Mahomes. The Wizards lost by a lot. Jarvis Landry was pretty good, so was Chase Claypool, CJ Uzomah, and Ronald Jones both score. Chase Young, 3.5 sacks. That's a big number. The Jaguars lost to the Bears 23-21. The Bears lost the OFL Bowl in the first sim year that didn't count, and the Jaguars lost it in the year that did count. Ironic. Kellen Mond and Zach Wilson were both fine. Both of them completed a large percentage of their passes. J-Rob was pretty good. Stephon Diggs with a big game. Touchdowns for Rashard Higgins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and Darius Slayton. Bowell did outplay Mahomes. That's true. Wow, a lot of points in this game. The Ravens beat the Jets 13-6. Talk about offense. Neither quarterback was good. Jameis Winston had the interceptions part of Jameis, but not so much the yards or touchdowns. Justin Fields didn't play all that well, but he still won. Yeah, Zach Wilson and the Jaguars were in the OFL Bowl last year. I'm heading out, but thanks, Rocky, for a fun time and working your butt off. Thanks for coming in, Chief. Fields ran for a touchdown. I guess that'd be the only touchdown the whole game. But well, better than Jameis. That's not much of an argument. I mean, that's not much of a compliment. Wanted at least 1-1, and you beat Dublin. So already you guys have gotten off to a good start. If Matt Corral tears his knee in week 2, and maybe not. Wow, Chandler Jones had 2 sacks and a pick. Yeah, you have every right to feel good about him as of now. The Saints beat the Panthers 16-14. I picked Trey Lance as my MVP. My MVP pick ain't looking too good. I know he won, but yikes. Jared Goff was not a whole lot better. He only threw 2 picks, though. I guess Thibodeau did not have that crazy the game because he didn't show up in the towards the top of the stat sheet. Sauce Gardner with 10 tackles. That's probably not a good thing. Oh, we already saw this game. Yeah, we saw most of these. There might be a couple that we have not gotten to. No, that might be everybody. Yep. All right. That is everyone. Okay. So week 1 is in the books. We already have a game-winning Hail Mary. So things have already gotten weird. And we like weird around here. Weekly awards, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, Christian Fulton had 2 interceptions. I missed that. And Chandler Jones. Trey Lance could turn out to be 2021 Rodgers, just minus the whole anti-vax thing. There you go, he could. But Trey Lance won his first game. Rodgers didn't. All right, on to week 2. So we are watching the Wizards and the Black Knights. I believe Orlando is the home team. So that means we get to see the Orlando bubble. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri has chosen 2 again, so we will use her the Wizards. So we get to see the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Oh, I have to cut the kicker. That's right. I have to cut Brooklyn's kicker. Why do we choose London and Orlando again? 13 people voted for this game. This game was on the poll with more teams, with more games, and it still got the most votes of the week. So, people want to see it. I mean, the Black Knights are coming off of... Why is he wearing 25? Ugh. The Black Knights played very well in week 1. The Wizards didn't. Boy, I should probably turn injuries on. That's what I wanted to do. That's right. So those injuries cut the kicker, and then we are good. See you, Bacher. Thanks for coming in. Where is injuries? There we go. The one on. Let me check the injury slider. I think I want it in the 40s. Because for the Eagles, I have it like 48. I want it a little bit lower. Not too much lower. We'll do 45. And then I think for now, the other sliders are fine. Because we just had a actually... Okay, no. Both run blockings are at 100, so I can't really move them up. I don't want to put it too low because I do think we need injuries, even if they're like annoying. It makes it a little bit more challenging. You actually have to have depth on your team. Can't just have a super team with no backups. All right, for jerseys, I imagine they also do not have anything cool, like alternate-wise. Yeah, it's do we want... Oh, God, I do not like these away jerseys. This is going to be... I mean, these aren't as bad as, like, the Snowhawk jerseys last year. But I think we can all agree that we don't really need a vote here. I think the home jerseys are by far the choice. I know these don't seem like the most exciting teams on paper, 78, 79, but I think it could be interesting. We have some fun players here. Tyreek Hill, Aaron Donald. The Black Knights are coming off a big Week 1 win, so we'll see if they're legit. And the Wizards, on the other hand, are coming off a big loss, so we'll see if they can come back from it. We get to see Jaden Jackson, the first-round running back, in action. That should be fun. And, of course, we get to see the Orlando Bubble and the guy who made Tom Brady retire at quarterback. Can we get an extra game tonight? No, we only have time for 2 games. I was not planning on streaming at 9:30, so we're only doing 2 games. But if this game's anything like the first game, I don't think it's going to be bad at all. Do the away jersey, so we'll see the London All Blacks next time. I imagine London's all-black jerseys are cool, but they have nice away jerseys. Yeah, black helmets, white tops, and red pants. Oh, that's a unique look. I don't know if I would say that's good, but it's creative. Bears. If either Bears game is good and happens to win the poll, then we'll watch theirs. It depends on what happens in the vote. Okay, I've got to admit, the red pants in these jerseys actually kind of look cool. I feel like people aren't going to like them. I feel like they're kind of out there. I don't know. That just kind of meshes well, in my opinion. Do they have black pants for their home jerseys, though? They better. Stafford does look like he's 65. He looks old in this game. He looks like he's bowling, which I don't think he is. 11 for... Well, the Black Knights were up by so much. That's why they ran it in the second half. 2nd and 10. Jalen Hurts drops back to throw. Nice pass. Hold then by, is that Terrace Marshall? I think he wears 88 for the Panthers. Yeah, it is Terrace Marshall. Okay, I'm not the only one who likes the jerseys. Good. I thought that people wouldn't really like the red pants, but I don't know. It just kind of goes well. It just fits. Couldn't think of anything. Then why'd you bring in a sign, you dope? And why would they show that sign? That's not clever at all. It's not cool. Play action, Hurts, scrambling. On the run. Okay, why did it look like Terrace Marshall was out of bounds? I mean, I guess it'll work. Now he gets to Aaron Jones. Jones down the field, inside the red zone. Jalen Hurts in the offense is looking quite good so far. I think I picked this Black Knights team to finish towards like the bottom-ish middle. Like 6 or 7 wins. Let me see. I had them winning. I had them going 6-11 for 3rd place in the division. Again, it's week 2. It's too early to overreact. OFL 21, there were a lot of teams who started off well and sucked. Look at the Portland Snowhawks. They started off like 6-0 every year, and they made the playoffs like twice. But the Black Knights are coming off a blowout win in week 1, and their offense is proving to look pretty good in a watch game. Buccaneers trade for Deshaun Watson. Dear God, that would be nutty. In the end zone, incomplete. There was nobody in that area. Is there anything new with Brady? Schefter's just tweeting like normal. Like his career isn't on the line or anything. 2nd and goal. Oh, he could have ran that in. And J.J. Watt is hurt. Third and goal. Tipped. Oh, they both should have caught that. That should have been an interception, and then it should have been a touchdown. So they will settle for the field goal. I believe that's Greg the Leg. Now we get to the Orlando offense featuring quarterback Matthew Stafford, who, despite getting killed in week 1, it looks like he played fine. We need some stickum. You guys need what Deontay Johnson had on his hands, because he put literally like super glue to catch some of those passes, including the Hail Mary. Your team always has a heartbreaking week 1 losses. Cue Tyler Boyd's touchdown catch last OFL. Tyler Boyd was on Carolina, right? They both should have caught that. These guys have bricks on their hands. They need whatever Deontay Johnson was using. Get Deontay Johnson down in Orlando ASAP. Bears are underrated. I mean, the Bears were very good in the sim year that didn't count. They were also very good in the sim year that did count. So I feel like that's a good recipe for success. I don't know. Shows that they were good in multiple sims. Chase Edmonds gets 3. Even though Jaden Jackson's the star of this backfield, they have Chase Edmonds. They have somebody else, too, Melvin Gordon. So they have a nice little backfield going on. Matt Stad Pafford. If you say that again, I'm blocking you. Odafe Owe needs to carry. I thought that said Odafe Owe was hurt for a second. I would have memed the hell out of you. But instead, it is Kadarius Toney. First down, Stafford is smothered by guess who? 99, Aaron Donald. Having an elite pass rusher in this game is a big deal. He is already in the zone. You know, it's better than having an elite pass rusher, having 2. I don't know if there are any teams that do. Oh, wait. We do. That's right. Matt Stadpace said it again. Jelani Salami. I can't get mad at you because I have Jelani Salami as a not only on my roster, but as a starter. If I didn't care about memes, I would have never have done that in a million years. So, you're welcome. Black Knights have 2 big play errands. Who's the other one? Oh, I'm dumb. I was thinking of Aaron Jones. I was thinking, is there somebody else on offense? But obviously it's Aaron Donald. Chandler Jones and Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, Thibodeau's only like a 79, though. So I don't know if I would call him elite yet, but that duo very well could become elite. And then also in the division, once David Ajabo is good, him and Bosa. But Ajabo's not elite yet. Or should I say, Jabo! But him and Thibodeau aren't quite elite yet. But I presume they both will be in a short time. Should make Dunbar your return man. What is his speed again? I don't remember how fast he is. Oh, Bumbo! I'm going to screenshot that and save it for when the Texans draft him at 3. We should call... Yeah, you guys got to find another Joey Fox. Hit it in free agency. Matt Judon is hurt. So Orlando's already lost him and Kadarius Toney today. So the injuries are already coming in early for the Wizards. Hurts scrambling again. Jalen Hurts has looked kind of good today. And he's also running it whenever he goes to throw it. Just like Brady Boatwell. Both Boatwell and Hurts, and a little bit Watson too, whenever they go to throw it, they just immediately start running. Which, to be fair, that's usually what I do, so I can't really criticize them. But how is Judon playing for the Wizards? Because Aaron Rodgers, because Adam Schefter isn't in the game. That's why. Look at Jones go to the 18. Imagine needing a receiver. Facts. We're so good at receiver. Antonio Brown's our wide receiver 4. Although rating-wise, he's our second best, but I'd rather play Ruggs and Bateman. He says, I'm going to bust. The Black Knights played really well in the sim, and they're looking really good and watched. Again, it's early. It's the first stream of the year. It's week 2. But if anybody's proven it to us so far, the London Black Knights appear to be a very good football team. They lead 3-0. They're charging down the field. I never clowned Thee Riley. I said he was the lowest rated starting running back. I didn't clown him. I was just stating a fact that he's probably not going to be great. Which we'll have to see how he does in the sim. He was pretty solid in his first game. But it is a fact that he is the lowest rated starting running back of the 32 teams. Crazy how we were 8-9 last year. I know, that's crazy. 3rd and 9. Incomplete. Forgot to move Lindstrom to left guard. Oof. So the Black Knights have had 2 good drives, but they haven't been able to find the end zone. It'll settle for another field goal as it's now 6-0. Can Wilbur finally make the playoffs? Sign up next time on OFLZ. We're going to keep it quick. Cobra did not end up making the playoffs. Shots fired! I mean, Washington blew out their opponent too. Which ironically was the Wizards. So, Washington's going to be good. I picked Washington to win the division. I think Washington's probably the best team there on paper. But maybe them and the Black Knights really have a strong battle. Start Easton Stick. The only person who can do that is you, buddy. Who is their X Factor receiver again? I didn't realize they had one. Who am I forgetting about? Oh, it's Tyreek Hill. I'm stupid. They drafted Tyreek Hill in the first round. That's right. Here's Jaden Jackson. Haven't seen a lot of him today. 3 carries, 21 yards. That's 7 yards a pop. That's pretty good. Is that Jackson again? Is he 24? Okay, Jaden Jackson is 24. Yeah, that was Tyreek. I forgot about him because, well, I don't know why. I don't know why I forgot about him, but he was their, like, 8th or 9th overall pick. I don't remember exactly what they had, but it was in that range. Nice throw by Stafford over to Kadarius Toney, who's back into the game after getting hurt. Kadarius Toney looks kind of good in that jersey. I mean, I think like these Wizards jerseys are kind of fire. Both of these jerseys are kind of fire. We did a very good job of picking out good relocation jerseys. I mean, the Wizards away ones did not look very good, but your defense also has not allowed any points today, so I wouldn't say it's atrocious. Will I ever win an OFL playoff game? Find out after this. Yeah, IT never won a playoff game last year. Poor guy. And I mean, if week 1 is any preview, the Rams are probably a little bit away. Oh, that should have been a pick 6. I was right in his gloves. So, again, another good drive, but no touchdown. It's a field goal. And the Wizards are on the board. Is that Yunwei Koo? Yunwei Koo! So we have about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. We've seen good offense. Even if it's not a lot of points, both offenses are playing pretty well. They're moving down the field. They're getting in the red zone. They're just not finding the end zone. Hey, that rhymed. Yeah, we lost. We allowed points. Jalen Hurts scrambling like a madman. He continues to really try to make plays with his legs, whether that's as a runner or making throws on the run. And again, it's worked. He's playing pretty well today. Ooh, I thought that was intercepted. That was close. That was real close. Hurts is learning from Boatwell. Gotta learn from the best, right? Another nice throw. The Black Knights offense is having another good drive. Their offense has looked really good so far, even if they haven't scored a touchdown. I feel like their logo on the helmet is too small. I feel like it would look really cool if it was bigger. Hurts goes short. It gets a couple. That was Giddy Dunbar with his first catch of the game, a user. And the other user, Wesley Garber, caught it on the previous play. Nice play after the catch for a first down. Is that A.J. Brown? Everybody's getting involved. Hurts is throwing it to everybody. I don't care if it's early, but bold. Hurts becomes a top 10 OFL 22 quarterback. Wow, that is bold. I feel like Hurts' skill set means he won't be. Okay, never mind. I just lied. Wow! Yeah, don't listen to me on anything I say about Jalen Hurts. He's the next Alexei Smirnov based on some of these throws. And Terrace Marshall just lost the corner. So as I was trying to say, I don't think Jalen Hurts' skill set translates into him being a great Madden sim quarterback based on what I've seen in the past. But if he's going to be launching throws like that, then I take back everything I just said. Do not care if it's early, but he's not going to be the best. He'll be the second best. He's not allowed to be better than Malik Willis. What did I say about... I said Terrace was playing poorly in real life, not in the game. I said he was a healthy scratch for the Panthers in real life, not for you guys in the sim here. I said he wasn't a wide receiver 2 in real life. I thought that's what you meant. Although, ratings-wise, he also isn't a wide receiver 2, but today he's played like a wide receiver 1. It's crazy this team was so deep a receiver that they didn't need Amon-Ra St. Brown. If only Amon-Ra St. Brown's rating was updated, because he's like my 5th receiver. He's not even going to play. But I just wanted him because he's Amon-Ra. I feel like I've had every Lions rookie on my roster at one point in OFL 22, except for Penei Sewell. I'm pretty sure I've had everybody else. Maybe not Derek Barnes, but I had Levi, I had McNeil, Amon-Ra. I don't know if I had Jamar Jefferson, so I guess that's only 3 guys I had. But still, point remains. I have Ifitu Melifonwu, so that's 4. I have 4. Trade Amon-Ra St. Brown of a worst wide receiving core. I don't think I'm going to do that because I want to keep him. Terrace has been better than A.J. Brown. Yeah, Terrace has been balling. Stafford with a deep shot, incomplete. We've seen a lot of yeets today. That's good. In OFL 21, we had an inconsistent amount of times quarterbacks went downfield. But today, every quarterback has been willing to take shots. Boatwell took a bunch. Watson took quite a few, including the Hail Mary to win the game. We just saw Jalen Hurts with one. And Stafford with one, too, as he gets sacked on 3rd down. You know, if the Black Knights score a touchdown on this drive, this game turns into a sim. Which, considering it was 6-3 about 2 minutes ago, is kind of surprising. But London's offense is 3 of 3 on scoring drives. Who was that chunky guy? The defensive lineman? They're all chunky. So, minute 19, 2 timeouts from the 31. That's more than enough time. As it's incomplete. The things Excel clock can do. Excel clock is a charm, isn't it? Okay, so they're just doing nothing on offense. I would say they're going to run the ball, but based on the formation here, it feels like it might be a pass. It is. Hurts goes deep down the field. That's going to be a defensive pass interference. Ooh. Wow. Against William Jackson. That'll not only be an automatic first down, but it brings them to the Orlando 21. Yeah, that was the right call, too. Those purple helmets in the penalty look really shiny. They look really good. So even if William Jackson's making stupid penalties, at least he's swagged out while doing it. Yeah, Orlando is not looking good right now. Clicked on the stream, my full phone pulled up my compass instead. Huh. Well, this game is headed south for the Wizards. I'm sorry, that was way too easy of a joke for me to make. I was given a layup, I have to take the layup. I don't care how corny it was. 3rd and 5 now, 54 seconds and a timeout. Hurts connects. It's a first down. Nice juke move. Brings it to a 1. I think that's one of the users. Either Garber or Dunbar. Yep, that's Giddy Dunbar with a gain of 15. So they can try to chew clock, punch it in, and if they're out by 3 scores, this game turns into a sim. And Aaron Jones walks it in with 25 seconds. The Black Knights have turned this game into a blowout. 20-3. Yeah, so after this game, assuming it goes into a sim, we will check the week 2 box scores. So, for everyone who's new here, when we normally do 2 weeks, sim or not, we obviously go through the entire watch game, and then we always show box scores for that week. So it's not like I'm going to show box scores for week 2 at the beginning of the week 3 stream. So we'll still, regardless of what happens in this game, we will see all the week 2 scores, and we'll go through standings as well. So Orlando is 25 seconds and 3 timeouts. In order to make this game not a sim, they have to score. Field goal or touchdown. And the Wizards do start the ball in the second half. So if they do score, maybe they get back in the game. Beats game was way better. Bowell better than Stafford. I mean, so far he's been better than Stafford. But it's early. We can't overreact too much. If OFL 21 taught us anything, it's that overreacting through the first couple weeks of the season is not a good idea because things change and things change fast. And why are they running screens? Why? But the Wizards with back-to-back pretty bad losses. And again, it is early. The season just started. And the Wizards aren't even that bad of a team on paper. I mean, I don't think they're great, but they're not bad. Jaden Jackson gets the first down, but I think that'll bring us to halftime because they're not calling a timeout. So, 2 very different games. Our first game was back and forth, down to the wire. Obviously, a Hail Mary at the end of overtime. This game, not so much. It's a blowout. 21 pass plays, 9 run plays. There's your air raid offense, Cobra. You guys are airing out the ball, and it is working. Once again, why did we watch this game? Well, I guess hindsight told us it was a bad choice, but you also have to keep in mind we really don't know anything about these teams. So I just tried to pick out games where we had 2 active coaches playing. That was really my logic with the polls. Once we know how good these teams are, I'm going to be able to choose and pick between who is good, but I was just picking games based on who's active. And if both teams are active, then I'm going to pick it. Bears, yay! Sad Brady tried, wanted to see how long he can play at an elite level. I've always strongly disliked Brady, but really, since the rumors started popping up this week, there's a part of me that's, sad. Because I'm not used to an NFL without Brady. He was drafted before I was even born. So, I'm just not... It just seems weird. All the players from our childhood are just, leaving. Now the only old quarterback left, really, is Aaron Rodgers. And after that, the next oldest are, Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson. There isn't really anybody who's a starter and older. Luke Getsy is the new offensive coordinator for Bears. Interesting. So he's going to be a very important piece in Justin Fields' development. The Black Knights with another touchdown, so watch sim, doesn't matter, they're scoring points. The Wizards do get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, so technically it is a 2-possession game, but it's still kind of a blowout, so we still sim until the game gets close, if it gets close. So even if, during the sim, again, for those who are new, if it becomes a 2-score game, that doesn't mean we just hop back in. Packers are losing 3 offensive coaches. Good. He hasn't officially retired, but I think he's gone. I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I think what's happening is Tom Brady is retiring, but he wants to be the one to share the news himself. He doesn't want it to be leaked by Schefter and all of these the media outlets. He wants to be the one to share it. So I think what the Brady camp is doing is they're trying to get it to where it's uncertainty, so where he's going to be able to say it. And if I was Tom Brady in camp, I would do the same. I wouldn't want it to be leaked either. So it's a 1-score game. We will sim, but if it's still a 1-score game and the Wizards get the ball back, we will hop back in. He'll retire for a year and come back. He'll come back to be the quarterback of the Lions at 46 years old. I think if he's done, he's done. I don't think Tom Brady's the type to come back. I think he's going to be satisfied with his career. Aaron Jones is hurt. I think Tom Brady's he's arguably the greatest player of all time. So I think it's he doesn't really feel like he has anything more to prove. So I think once he's done, I think he's done. I don't think he's going to come back. All right, there's our ball game. Don't sim. Don't risk a blown lead. Well, that did not end up happening. The Black Knights are 2-0. The Orlando Wizards are 0-2. So London could be a team that really under the radar nobody expect to be good. And is good. Jalen Hurts has played 2 pretty strong games. It looks like he wasn't as good in the sim, but he still played fine. Matthew Stafford was very bleh. He didn't make any major mistakes, but his team lost by 15. And then there's good old Easton Stick. Jaden Jackson had a solid game. Aaron Jones played well, but is also injured, so we'll have to monitor that. Chase Edmonds as well is hurt. A.J. Brown, it looks like, had a big game in the second half. Terrace Marshall was very good, including that sick touchdown. Tyreek Hill was quiet. Who would have covered him? I guess whoever the number 2 corner is, because number 2 corners cover number 1 receivers in this game. I don't know why. Jimmy G, better than Jalen Hurts. I mean, in real life, I would probably say so, yeah. In Madden, is Jimmy G even a starter in this league? I don't even know who Jimmy G plays for. Okay, now that you say that, I'm kind of curious. I don't even know who Jimmy G is on. He was kind of good in OFL 21. I mean, he didn't win a whole lot, but he was always solid. But I don't know where he is here, and I don't think he's a starter. Oh, yeah, he's a backup to Lamar Jackson. That's right. All right, time to sim. 2 new injuries. We'll check out the injury report at the end. Talking about my franchise. Well, in that case, I think Jimmy G is a perfect 1 of 1. So, statistically, he is better. I didn't see anything. We didn't see any standings. Okay. All right. Let's see the scores for week 2. The Aviators beat the Jets 35-14. So the Jets start the year 0-2. Didn't Garrett say they were going to go like 13-4? I mean, again, we're early. Oh, Taysom got hurt! That's actually kind of a good thing, because that means Carson Strong gets to play. We'll see what the injury is there. Ramondre Stevenson was very good. I feel like in OFL 21, like every other week, like a big-time quarterback got hurt, and 90% of the time, it was like the most minor injury. Except for when it happened to either IT or Colbert, because those two were made of glass. Damn, Bears lost. Oof. Browns won again. Wow. So you guys are 2-0. Good night, guys. Thanks for coming in, Blade. Oh, we're 2-0. Hell yeah. 35-38. What did Malik do? Okay. I mean, he wasn't better than Dak. Ian Book threw a touchdown. All right. A. Gibby, 25 for 185. Hell yeah. And Malik Willis also ran for a touchdown. Okay. Wow. We could not cover Odell. I guess that would be because of our number 2 corner, because he's probably your top receiver. So in that case, why did AB play? AB doesn't even play. Did they start him over Bateman? Why? I made sure AB was a wide receiver 4, and that Henry Ruggs was in slot. So AB shouldn't be playing over Rashad Bateman. 2-0 squad, hell yeah. Stevenich is the new offense coordinator. I don't know who that is, but hopefully he's not good. A.J. Terrell had a lot of tackles. So then maybe it was A.J. Terrell who was covering Odell. I thought it would have been Newsom, but I guess not. 1.5 sacks for Khalil Mack, 1 for D Ford, half for Garrett, and no picks. Cut AB. I don't want to cut him. I feel like I traded assets for him, so I can't cut him. But I made AB my wide receiver 4 on my depth chart, and he's not my slot receiver. So he shouldn't be playing over Rashad Bateman. Kellen Mond did outplay Carson Wentz despite losing. That's why I put AB on the trade block, though, before the draft, because I figured he's not going to start. When I traded for him, I forgot I had Bateman. And I put Bateman on the trade block to inquire. No one wanted to budge a first-round pick and more, which is what I wanted, because I value Bateman kind of highly. AB was like, if you don't play me, I'm going to rip Rashad Bateman's shirt off and make sure you cut him. So we had to cave in. Ooh, the Beats are 0-2. Ooh, how did Boatwell do? Not the best. I'm going to have the victory theme. Oh, God. Kyler Murray's been the MVP through 2 weeks. He's been balling. which is ironic because he wasn't very good in OFL 21. Fee Riley, 2.8 yards per carry. That's why I'm concerned about the Beats' rushing attack, because low-rated running backs do not fare well in this game. Alexander Madison didn't play all that well either. Alexander Madison's probably the only mediocre running back who was, like, good in OFL 21. And that was with RMP as his coach, so maybe he'll do it again. Mark Andrews with a big game. Kelvin Harmon with a 75-yard touchdown. Old McDonald time. Yeah, Jameis hasn't been doing it. Both Garrett and Noob said I disrespected them in the preseason picks, and they're both 0-2. So, after losing week 1, 24-21, the Bison win 24-21 over the Chargers. I think Kyler was on the Seahawks in 20. Oh, and he was... Wait, no, the Seahawks didn't exist last year. Hold on. Kyler was on the Steelers, and then he went to the Snowhawks, which they were originally the Seahawks. So you're kind of right. I feel like he was there in 20, though. That might have been Kyler Mentor, though. You guys remember the Mentor brothers from OFL 20? Calvin Mentor was a beast for the Bears. Did Ryan Tannehill get hurt now? Because Dalton threw 3 passes. That's kind of a lot. Did they have the same amount of yards? Same amount of yards, same amount of touchdowns, nearly the same completion percentage. Tannehill was just less accurate. Kawara was pretty solid. A.J. Dillon was also pretty good. Dalvin Cook, nice yards per carry. He probably should have got the ball more, though. Cooper Kupp did Cooper Kupp-type things. Kenny Golladay scored more touchdowns today than his entire season in real life with the Giants. All right, so both of these teams are 1-1. We know the Black Knights. The Broncos are 2-0, and the Niners are 0-2. I have the Niners making the OFL Bowl. My AFC picks are actually looking kind of good. My NFC picks, not so much. Dear God, Jordan Love! What happened? He threw 5 picks! Oh, dear. Is this not the same Jordan Love from last year? I mean, he was good in the sim year, though. Oh, dear. I was deciding between Jordan Love and Trey Lance for my MVP pick. In week 1, Trey Lance throws 3 interceptions. In week 2, Jordan Love throws 5. Yikes. My MVP picks aren't looking too hot. They're not looking too hot at all. Andrew Ginkle with 2 sacks. 2 interceptions for Adrian Phillips, Thornhill, Joseph, and Sheffield, all with 1. So 4 of the interceptions were caught by safeties. 32-28, another close one. Fourth quarter comeback, it looks like, for Cleveland. They scored 15. Matt Corral played quite well. Jared Goff was better than week 1, although the team result was not as good. Javonte Williams and Clyde Edwards-Helaire were both pretty good. I think Helaire scored twice in week 1, so he adds 2 more. Jalen Reagor is better than Justin Jefferson, confirmed. Although Jefferson did score. But Howie Roseman was right all along. Jalen Reagor is better. Tommy Tremble was the Browns' leading receiver. Jamar Chase was also very good. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with another touchdown. Jermaine Ifedi allows 3 sacks. What did Nick do? What did he do? 3 sacks. Yeah, that's about what I expected. 2 for Kinlaw, 1 for Crosby, 1 for Rashawn Gary. Just DM Nick and Hater that Jordan threw 5 picks. Browns had Surtain and Kelly each with 1. The Panthers had Fulton. So Christian Fulton has 3 picks through 2 weeks. The Bucs lose to the Shamrocks, so both of these teams are now 1-1. Lamar Jackson and Derek Carr with very similar stat lines. Zach Pascal over 100 yards. Cooper was close. Dublin's abbreviation is Dub. So they have to be good. Russell Gage also scores. He responded, quote, "What the hell?" If I was him, that's probably what I would say. So I don't blame him. The Cardinals... Oh, we saw this game. That's right. We saw that game. The Pioneers beat the Chiefs. Did the Pioneers win week 1? I think they did. So Pioneers are 2-0. Joe Burrow is looking like his OFL 21 self with the Jaguars. Josh Allen was not quite as good, although that doesn't really say anything because he was a beast against the Niners. Joe Mixon with a good game. 2 touchdowns, 88 yards. Is Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon going to beat the Chiefs 2 days in a row? Is this a preview of what's going to happen tomorrow? Maybe. Jadeveon Clowney with 2 sacks. Okay. The Dolphins. Wow, this is just like the Dolphins from last year. They're losing close games because they can't score. Death, taxes, and Madden giving RSV the middle finger. What's new? Trevor Lawrence and Marcus Mariota were both pretty good. Trevor Lawrence has played very well through 2 weeks. Austin Hooper scores. So does Gabe Davis. Garrett Wilson again. He had 2 last week. And Josiah DeGuara along with Derek D's Nuts. 2 sacks for Joey Bosa. 1.5 for Denzel Perryman. Okay, that's a weird one. The Falcons beat Baltimore 30-7. Wow. All right, so Atlanta's back from a week 1 poor start. The Ravens' offense has not looked very good through 2 weeks. Slow start for Mr. Justin Fields. Zeke and Miles Sanders were both fine. Just hoping your offense improved. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Robert Woods with a good game. Gesicki scored as well. Nobody from the Ravens had over 49 yards. All of their young linemen allowed sacks. Von Miller, Shaq Lawson, Drew Tranquill, and DJ Reed all get to the quarterback with an interception by DJ Reed. The football team is 2-0. They beat the Giants 24-21. The Giants fall to 0-2. Justin Herbert with another good game. Mac Jones with another not-so-good game. Josh Jacobs played pretty well. Saquon Barkley scores twice. DK Metcalf and Marquez Valdes-Scantling were both pretty good. I saw a rumor with Aaron Rodgers that he specifically really wanted to play next year with Devontae Adams, which makes sense, and then Marquez Valdes-Scantling. I get that he is Green Bay's wide receiver too, but I don't know. That's a weird request. I don't know if he's a free agent or not, Valdes-Scantling. If he is, I guess it'll be easy because it's not like he'd make more than like $6 or $7 million a year. I mean, he's not bad, but he's not good. The Huskies start the year 0-2. They lose to the now 2-0 Detroit Lions. Patrick Mahomes does outplay Deshaun Watson, though, if there's any silver lining. Eckler was pretty good. Did they win on another game-winning Hail Mary? I need to know. The Jaguars got smoked by the Tigers 38-17, so the defending AFC champions start the year 0-2. Tom Brady was good. Zach Wilson, 46% of his passes completed. McCaffrey rebounded after a slow week 1. Derrick Henry, not a whole lot going. Jameson Williams was very impressive. Donovan Peoples-Jones as well was pretty good for the Jaguars. Travis Etienne and Kyle Rudolph both score along with Darius Slayton. The Huskies gained 459 yards and still lost. Jeez. The Lions are really finding ways to win games that they have no business winning. That seems like the most anti-Lions thing ever. Rams are coming up soon, yeah. With IT here. Speaking of. They might be next, actually. Ooh, they lost, but the offense was a lot better. 35-28. Maybe my Trey Lance MVP thing wasn't so bad. Okay, he was good. So was Sam Darnold, though. Both of them played about evenly. IT Thomas was better, but not great. It is hard for rookie running backs to play well in this game. So, I will say that. But once IT develops, spoiler alert, he might do it faster than others. He'll be real good. Cortland Sutton, 14 for $163, so whoever decided to cover him just took the day off. Curtis Samuel was pretty good. Hunter Henry, Auden Tate, and the anti-vaxxer himself up there as well. Evan Engram as well. Sack for Zach Allen. Is that everybody? That might be everybody. Yeah, it looks like it because we started on the Wizards. Yep. All right, how many teams are undefeated? Not a lot. I feel like a lot of teams are 1-1. Here, let's check the players of the week first. Then we'll do standings. Then we'll do injuries. And then that will be it. So the weekly awards, we got Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Alex Anzalone, 2 fumble forces and a recovery, and then Adrian Phillips. All right, so a very exciting first LFL stream, even if I was predicting we would end at about 8 or 8:30, and now it's 10 o'clock, but we're going to roll with it. So how many teams are undefeated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have to count. The number's right there. 10. Imagine not being undefeated right now. How many teams are winless? 10. So you got 10 undefeated teams, 10 winless teams, and 12 teams that are 500. All right, as we go division by division, the AFC North is pretty good so far. The Cleveland Browns are 2-0. Everybody else is 1-1. In the South, not as good. The Tigers and Bison each with a win. Wizards and Jags are 0-2. In the East, the New England Patriots are 2-0. Everybody else is 0-2. So this might be like all the OFLs in the past where New England is just way better than everybody. Not really OFL 21, though, because Kenneth Hawthorne could not throw the ball. In the West, the Pioneers and Broncos are 2-0. Chargers and Chiefs are 1-1. So this might be like the AFC West from last year, which was stacked. NFC North, Lions and Vikings are 2-0. Bears 1-1. Huskies 0-2. He scored 58 points. Is that the most? No, London. Okay, I should have expected that, but we're pretty high up there. I want the NFC South. So the Saints are 2-0. Atlanta, Tampa Bay 1-1. Carolina 0-2. In the East, the London Black Knights through 2 weeks, they look like the best team in the league so far. Again, it's early, but they've had 2 dominant wins, one in sim, one in watched. So they're showing that they're not just a sim team or not just a watch team. The football team's also 2-0. They probably have the second best point differential in the league. The Bats are 1-1. The Giants are 0-2. And then in the West, the Seattle Seahawks also dominated in their first 2 weeks. Cardinals 1-1. Rams and Niners bringing up the rear. All right, let's check the injuries. Only 1 week of injuries because I had it off for week 1. But we'll see who our casualties are. J.J. Watt out for 3 weeks. Chase Edmonds out for 7. Sheldon Rankins is hurt. Aaron Jones broke his foot. He'll miss the next 3 games. Broncos lose Juwan Bentley and N'Keal Harry to the same injury. Well, then why is Bentley out for 8 weeks and N'Keal Harry out for 3? It's the same injury. Huh. Okay. You do you, Madden. Dalvin Cook, broken hand. He's out 3 weeks. Kari Willis is going to miss about a month. Mike Hilton, dislocated elbow. And that's it. All right. So we're 2 weeks into the year. We already have our first what the hell moment with the Hail Mary. At the end of the first game, we also had our first sim. And it's a very exciting start to the season. So that'll conclude the stream. I hope everybody enjoyed. Ooh, that's a good game. I hope we watch that. Me versus Apple? Hell yeah, sign me up. So week 3 will probably be sometime this week. I think I'm going to try for Wednesday, because I don't really think I'm busy Wednesday. So the goal for weeks 3 and 4 will be Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure if that's what we're going to do, but that's what I'm going to aim for as of right now. So again, I hope everybody enjoyed. Thanks for coming in. I apologize that we started way later than expected. But again, since everything for the season has now been set up, it's going to take a lot less time in between weeks for me to set up rosters because there aren't as many changes and whatnot. Waivers I'm going to try to have up tomorrow. I don't know when tomorrow, but I'm going to try to have them up tomorrow. I'll probably give a time later today because waivers are first come, first serve. So, yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed. Again, thanks for coming to the stream, and we'll be back middle of next week.